on, you've been watching me long enough to know I'm gonna choose the fun road, always.
There's Snake Eyes and Rosie and Lucky Penny.
I've just taken my shoes off and I'm gonna get wet at least up past my knees. Don't know if I want to get completely wet, but it's quite hot and it's tempting. Probably not.
There's Lucky Penny. Woo! All right, Snake Eyes, go for it.
I love those two, honest to God, they're the best.
Back on the official Appalachian Trail. And of course it's almost 4:30, so I don't know if I'm gonna make our goal, but it was an enjoyable afternoon and I think I made the right choice, to be honest with you.
What's the right choice? Who's to say? That answer is different for everybody, right? I rested, I saw old friends, Lucky Penny and Snake Eyes, a friend from this morning, Rosie from England, and a new friend, Joe, who's from Massachusetts also, and he handed me a beer and we toasted to new friends and we sat and shared a beer and talked about life and reasons for hiking and you know, his career and just life in general. And it was really nice to connect with yet another young person. I think he said he's 28. Yes, 28. And the trail is just so full of the most wonderful people, all squished into a 2.5 foot wide path. And our paths literally meet, and we have, it's almost like forced conversation with people we may never have a chance or never actually take the time to talk with. Imagine being in line at Starbucks and getting a coffee, and let's say you just choose to sit and linger and have a cup of coffee. Well, I might sit at a table by myself and stick my nose in my phone or a book or whatever. And Joe, 28-year-old male, would get his coffee and he'd sit alone at a table and do his thing. He's a writer, so he might be writing, maybe have his laptop. And probably the two of us would never talk and we'd never meet. But here on the trail, there's no cell service, so we don't have our nose in our phones. Really, most of the time I pull my phone out is to talk to you. And it might seem like that's a lot, but out of a 24-hour day, at the end of each day, I have about 45 minutes or less of footage, maybe a half hour of footage that I've recorded for you, and I cut it down as much as I can. So out of all the time, 8 hours actually hiking or whatever, it's less than an hour of being on my phone. So my point is, Joe and I had a heart-to-heart conversation, and I think he's amazing. And then Tin Can and I this morning, talking for an hour and a half while we were hiking. We never would just sit and engage with somebody much older than ourselves or much younger than ourselves. That opportunity just doesn't exist. So it's one of my favorite things about the trail. I have a lot of favorite things, a whole list, but I think that's up at the top. Even Lucky Penny and Snake Eyes, they're in their 20s. I mean, what do they have in common with me? But we do, and it's amazing. That's all I have to say about that matter. My favorite type of forest.
Now here's my home for the night. There's Pop hanging his bareback. All right, let's see. Go for it. Oh, that's tall. Holy moly. Huh, first try.
Actually, second try.
Second try? Well, first try, didn't have to tell me. I wouldn't have known. Good job. That looks like Mr. Peabody over there. Yes? Mr. Peabody. Where's my lolly? Hi, lovey. All right, let's find my spot. Get this dinner going. Do a little tour of our beautiful tenting area for tonight. We've got the Dismal Falls Creek. Got Peabody's hammock, and mine is right there, my tent, the white one. We got Lolly and Pop over here. We have our own private little pond, and you said there's some fish in there, huh, Pop?
Yep.
Where do you think they are?
Little trout.
Trout?
Probably brookies, yeah.
And there's my tent. Peabody. The water here. I better not roll over because I'll end up in the creek. And the Taj Mahal over there for Lolly and Pop. And we just had our dinner here at the little fire pit with no fire, but we never had a fire one night. But you know what? We're always so tired when we get to camp.
That's
You know?
why somebody made all the stuff up for us.
I know. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm going to bed.
That's it.
All right. Good night, Lolly. Good night, Pop.
Night.
Good night, Peabody. Oh, he's already in there.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista, baby.